on Midnight versus Red Reserve. Again, Midnight Study has not lost a map so far.
They're amazing. They simply, out of all the teams that I've been watching so far, they have the best teamwork. They don't challenge by themselves. They're always waiting. They're always sitting in a corner just playing for information. They're doing everything correctly. And these are just, it's beautiful to see because they're young amateur players that you really wouldn't expect this out of. And it's just, they're just really, really good.
They really are. It's like, it's not even really their individual prowess. Like, we've seen a couple nice plays individually out of Brack. Envoy was going off here and there, but it's like Jay said, it's just how they play together, their pacing, they're always together. In this game, we really don't talk about it much, but with the extra health that Black Ops 4 gives you, you're not just running around, you're not gonna be able to run around individually and destroy. Yep. Like, you have to be working with your teammates correctly, and they have done it the best so far that we've seen.
Right, and look at Brack's tweet, saying complacency will never sink in, don't worry. And Brack is the #1 player in respawn scores per minute.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's an absolute beast, right? And, we kind of talk about them individually, but their teamwork is amazing, right? Like, these guys, they know what they're doing, and even on an individual standpoint, a lot of these players in the team have mastered sort of like the one-on-one gunfights, when to play your life, when to buy time for your teammates, and, that's teamwork, but that's also individual. Being able to throw those shoulders and get away with your life, get a kill and get out of that situation is something that's really important, and I think the players at Midnight have become very good at that, and they're ahead in that regard.
Why do you think, Pac, other teams may be looking at Midnight right now in terms of whether it's taking inspiration from things, maybe learning a lesson or two?
Well, it's probably because a lot of the top teams probably feel like top to bottom they have more talent than Midnight. Right. So if you're watching them and you see that you think you have more talent than them, you're gonna figure out why are they doing this way better than we are? Because if we just mimic what they do with our talent, we should win. That's probably what they're going to be sitting at home doing right now, going over Midnight VOD.
Yep, trying to figure out, what maps we can beat them on. Maybe stop playing Arsenal Control, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be a map in this series. I think a lot of teams are afraid to play them on frequency, but I mean, Arsenal, there's been like 5-minute maps, and Midnight's just been crushing through teams on that. But I think once teams get, some repetition against them, watch them a little bit more, it'll be closer series, but Midnight looks amazing right now.
Now, we do want to let you guys all know a little bit about London. We'll have to wait till we get there after Fort Worth, but as you can see on your screen, some information you may need. And Nameless, what's it been like to go back to London before and go over the pond?
London's amazing, especially the Copper Box. I won that event, so I feel
that's why it's amazing.
No,
that's
seriously,
why it's amazing.
Seriously though, the crowd there was unbelievable. It was just such an amazing atmosphere. It's a really special place, and the way the seating was set up was just like stadium seating, so everybody's super loud, and it's one of my favorite places to go. Cannot wait for London.
Pac, you seem slightly less.
I mean, I can't wait for London too. I just didn't win an event there, and won an event there, so it's got to feel special.
I mean, he may be a little biased, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, that will be coming up after Fort Worth. We cannot wait to head over to London, but we are continuing on here with Pro League, where we've seen perhaps some unexpected outcomes. Gen G taking down Reciprocity, and UYU taking down Luminosity Gaming to put them 0-2 so far in the Pro League. But coming up next, we have Midnight versus Red Reserve.
Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League Pro League, presented by PlayStation 4. Do we have a treat for you, ladies and germs? I know it's February, but Christmas has come early.
That is early.
Midnight versus Red Reserve. Two of the finest teams we have in the division. Red sitting at 1-1. Midnight have yet to drop a map thus far in the Pro League. I think that's pretty damn impressive. They're what?
Yeah.
0-8 series score since the PLQ. That's some good Call of Duty right there. We're about to see a ton more.
Well, these guys are on fire for sure, and of course we'll break down the kind of the history between these two teams and what they're good at, what they're bad at. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I think obviously for Midnight is keeping that kind of momentum going, and I feel going into this, the storyline for these guys is, yes, you were amazing at the pre-LQ. Yes, they've been good so far, but you want to end the week on a high. Go into week 2, still undefeated. Keep that gas going over the weekend or wherever it is. Like, these guys need to keep going, because I fear that if we see Midnight drop, how do they react? No one knows, because at Vegas, I mean, I'm kind of taking a stab in the dark here, maybe top 24, top 32, I think it was. How does this team cope with a loss? That's what I worry about. Not only on a series, but a map. If these guys lose map 1 to Red Reserve, who we know are so good at, their first map, that Hardpoint, how do these guys bounce back? The experience isn't there. However, I want to look and talk about Red Reserve here as we go through this. Map 1, map 2, don't care. Map 3 is what you need to be looking out for, ladies and gents. Red Reserve are 6-0 on Arsenal Control. Midnight are 5-0 Arsenal Control. Midnight are 8-0 on Control. A lot of X's and O's there, and these guys, these 10 players, they like their Control mouse.
Well, there's your main event lined up. That's the main course, but now we've got a bit of an entree for you, ladies and gentlemen. Something to just whet the appetite, something to just get your lips around. It's going to be the first hard point here. This is going to be quite the series. Again, Red Reserve underperforming, I think, will be the way they describe themselves. But this is a big series for them. This is a big series for Midnight. Scraps, of course, touted as one of the finest players in the league right now. Can he find that superstar performance we've expected of him? Again, Zero looking strong as well. Bance, question marks around his performance. Sneaky Joe, what's he going to bring to this one? And of course, there's Zero. Bit of a wizard, bit of a magician. But are there any tricks up his sleeves here in this series? Let's get into this one, boys and girls. Gridlock it is.
Well, going into our first respawn, talking of respawn, we've got number 1 respawn player in the league. It's Brack here for Midnight. You saw his tweet saying he won't get complacent, and that is what you love to see if you're supporting this new team, this new organization within the CWL Red Reserve. Potentially Europe's finest here, going up against the boys. Definitely experience siding with the Euros here, but going forward here, you look at that mini-map, how this is playing out. You can see Envoy already starting to lock down that top road here, but he's going to be deleted by Joe. And Red Reserve, they're going to get their first points, the only point on that hard point.
Nice start for Red, nothing to complain about there. Joe continuing that performance up forward. Stuns out. Catches a little bit of a head of Brack. Gives Brack a short back and sides. So they continue the presence here as we go to the final 10 seconds of first hard point. Joe, still that first line of defense. Teammates are coming in now for the play. Rated in over the top. Scraps as well. Lovely work from Red Reserve, still holding the line. Bance manages to take care of Joe, but at the same time, the players of Midnight have been taken care of entirely. And now we're going to have that hard point flip over, and it is going to be Ritz.
Miles, I said there was 8-0, 6-0, 5-0, but right now it's 40-0. Red Reserve have come out the blocks on fire here. Contestion does go down. I think a few team kills from Red Reserve has gone down too. But Zero is going to take down Llama and Brack. Jet Li going to be traded out. And Red Reserve, what a way to start. The Euros are on fire here as 5 players all spawning out for Midnight. And this is what I talk about, Miles, when I take a big deep breath here, because Midnight, this may be something a bit new. They're down. They're losing. They've not got a point. The pressure's settling in, and Red Reserve, they're running away with it.
Not only are they down, but this is a clean sheet for Red Reserve. Not a single point yet, and this final 15, no one's in position to contest. I mean, number 6 on your screen, he might be going for it. They need to be worrying about the next rotation. They need to be worrying about showers, and we may have Midnight in position in the final few seconds they're about to take over, but here comes Zero. Here comes Scraps. They're coming in. They're going to find their way forward. One by one, they're going to pick these players out of showers, and this bait and switch, this two-man push is absolutely flawless so far. Bance is back, is coming up the back, he's taking care of Jet Li. Zero's now in, Mozu out, he's going to go down. Finally, we have Midnight on the board. Is it too little too late, though, at 90 points?
ridiculous stuff so far. Midnight, yes, they're getting a couple of points here, but couple is the key word there with 2. Now, double to 4 as they start to tally something up. You see the kills going in their favor, that kill feed lighting up in the purple. And Midnight now trying to claw their way back into this. Starting off very, very sloppy. Envoy, 1 and 7 there. Just getting his first kill on the board as he was the double agent for a second, as Jetly and Envoy as well picking up kills. This is what they needed, Miles. There's 20 seconds. Red Reserve are looking to hit the rotate. The actual spawns are very, very difficult here. This is where Midnight can really start to gain some momentum.
Yeah, a little bit more time to pick up for Red here on the hard point. And showers, and as we see the next rotation. Wow, Joe, holy moly, I almost spat my teeth out. That'd have been wild. Llama got up and top, can't take care of Bance. He's going to go down. Parzelian now making his way in on the hard point. A little bit of time for Midnight now, just slowly accumulating. They're going to need all the points they can possibly get. Red again, crack over that 100-point mark. Parzelian now, he's well and truly behind enemy lines. This is just going to be a little bit of a slither as he creeps forward. Bance is going to be up and about. Lovely bit of work from Jet Li. He's going to be coming through. And this is a big push now. Up over the top. Somewhat a bit of a hesitation, but Scraps is going to get out of there. They're going to have to deal with him upstairs. That's an intruder. And if they can't get rid of him, he's going to drop down on him and take clean care of him. Here comes the rest of the push from Red Reserve on the outside of the map. They're making their way down the street, but it looks like Midnight have actually got a very, very firm hold here on this hard point.
Yeah, and that says composure to me. Again, they've not kind of panicked. They've not started going one by one. There was a moment up top where you saw Parzelian actually bait and switch with one of his teammates there. I think it was Jet Li. And just again, pre-aim a spot where Jet Li would push, and Jet Li then baits and switches, picks up a kill either way, and they break that very, very good. The 80-point lead now sliced and diced in half here, now just 35 points and counting here. Red Reserve, though, after the first rotation, do lead by just over 40.
40 points is good enough. It's good enough for Red right now. Again, as the pressure's mounting back over to the middle. Red in control for the time being. This is where they found a huge chunk of success in the first rotation. Over the top, Jet Li gets 2 from that one. That was big. Scraps, though, cleans him up. Still now, we have changed hands. The hard point now in the hands of Midnight. They are going to be hanging in. 70 points and climbing. 0 now. Just that little Achilles heel, the tenderness snap now as Envoy picks him up. Envoy, 7 and 11. As he works his way back up into the kills, back into the points. Parzelian holding down the flank. Joe not to be able to sneak that one through. And again, that overturned truck. Cash money flying through the air, and cash money indeed as Midnight starting to bank here off this hard point.
I just want to go and flash back there to that grab slam. It was so important as well. It was a double, but it was on a double TAC 5 boost. The TAC 5 boost that came in for Red Reserve was just nullified instantly. Nothing really came of it. You saw obviously the player sat behind the police car. He got taken out as well. And Midnight are right back in it. We talk about after the first rotation being down by 40. Now they're down by 10. These guys were 0 to 80 on the scoreboard, and now Parzelian has streaks, not always the greatest on Gridlock. We say that nothing really happened, but let's see it rain. The lightning strike comes down, they're going to push 0 and the boys back, and it is all getting a little too hot. 130 plays 108, Red Reserve still in the lead.
0 is still grab slam in the back pocket. War Machine's just come out for Scraps. He's going to be letting those little nuggets fly. We've seen War Machine, an influential specialist, as you can see. Flak Jacket doesn't need to come out because he doesn't really find too much out of it. And Red are now starting to find themselves again. That pace is starting to quicken. The heart rate's starting to rise up as they realize this, how serious this is getting. Midnight, once they catch fire, there is nothing that can really stop them right now. And again, we've seen them yet to drop a single map here in the CWL Pro League. Could this be the first? Could Red Reserve be the break of day that end Midnight? We'll find out. But right now, Midnight coming back into this.
Well, here we have the TAC 5 boost. We've got the Annihilator in hand as well. Midnight may not have dropped a map, but they haven't gone against the big Matty Marshall just yet. And here he is. Scraps is going big. However, taken down. He's going to give the drone squad to Parzelian as well. Can he get any more? The answer is yes. It's just going to be 1, though, traded out. Probably not too bad. Joe will be happy with taking the Annihilator down by just 2, especially with the TAC 5 boost initiated. You are going to start to see Tempest. The trophy system's coming in as well. 168 and counting, but Midnight back in charge here. Just for a second. Oh, my goodness. Chain reaction, baby. Bance is going off.
Bance starting to get his Tase on here in the showers. Finds a couple with a hip fire. Lovely bit of work. Almost gets it done with a fist there as he's winding through these players. And this is a great hold from Red. Nice bit of work. The specialist coming out. Brack finding 3 there. They're on the push, and that's going to be a great way to open up the play. Bance now has to retreat. He's got to fall back. Brack's made his way forward. This is now hard point time for Midnight.
Midnight already on the rotation here. 10 seconds counting. Keep your eyes on that one. For me, Midnight have played this very, very smartly here. 1 player is going to spawn out, but 2 players already rotated round. the deficit does not seem to matter to Midnight. They've got the eyes on the prize and they're taking over.
Here we go. Rated, another player I want to see step it up. 4 and 11 right now. He's getting hard point time, but that's not quite enough. Rated still a player, very vocal, very outspoken, incredibly skilled. Not necessarily the best game he could be having right now, but this is a big spot now for Vance to try to pick up some kills. 85 points away from his Hellstorm. Parzelian making it work for it, and the drone's over the top. Right over the top, they find Vance, they find Joe, the sneaky little machines. They're cold-blooded, they don't sleep. They don't have any fear. And right now, neither do Midnight.
Honestly, this is what I'm talking about, the rotation is these guys backed off, 2 of them did. They gave up the points, and I love, from what I'm seeing, it's like veterans seeing novices from, you know, these amateurs that have broken through, but they're playing like the pros, and that is why they're at the top of the Pro League right now. They take the lead, 183 to 181. The contestation comes in, but with 10 seconds left, scrap time will go to Midnight here. Bance does still have 1 streak. You said it before, I'll say it again, rated 4 and 12. The interactions just aren't there. You know, you look across the board, you're looking at, you know, nearly 35 on the board for Zero, who has got his Grav Slam. Keep your eyes out for that one.
Still ready to go. It's in the barrel. Locked and loaded. Parzelian is going to clear the field with that Hellstorm. Beautiful work. Again, we still have Midnight in control. Can Red get back into this? Can they flip the lead once again? At this point, though, it's starting to look like the legs are shaking. Brack does get dropped. 200 points have crossed over. Zero up over the top. No need to find anything because he's going to be eliminated immediately by Parzelian. He's been the absolute just dagger in the back there. Parzelian 19 and 7, the kryptonite to Zero and the Scrap. Scrap's going 21 and 12, putting up the best he can, but it's just too difficult to compete right now.
Now he finds the Grav Slam and he utilizes it very well. Double for him, double for Scraps, and potentially where Red Reserve can take on over. The problem is that rotation. Once again, there's 2 plays in the back. I wouldn't say Midnight have that rotation because those 3 are flooding through the showers here, but these next kills are crucial. What have we got? No specialist, no streaks, nothing in the back pocket. Jet Li, Rated, and Scraps all get on the score sheet here, but it's Parzelian as well to light things up. Lollagon and Brack go big, and now you start to look at the spawns. Look at number 10 and 9, the audacity of Jet Li and Elmberg. They're going for the pinch.
Here it comes, Rated. Is he going to catch him with the Annihilator? He does! From the hip, finds a second. Beautiful shots from Rated. Makes his way forward, gets a third. Why not? He's got 3 shots left. Can he get a perfect sheet with this one? Again, lead is about to change hands once more. This has been big for Red. They're back into this one with a fighting chance. Again, 3 shots left in that Annihilator. Rated makes them count. You've seen the clips on Twitter. You're seeing the clips now in the Pro League. He knows they're coming from that direction. There's one. Can't find it. Gets rid of Jet Li, and there you go. He only misses 1. That's good enough for me. The clock ticking now. 225, 25 points, so they're in Red Reserve. Can they take the first map off of Midnight?
The reason that Red Reserve win this map is this man right here, Rated. He was asked to step it up. We called for it, and he delivers here. But it's not over just yet. Midnight have been flawless pretty much here by the showers, by that trait as well. And we're going to get that TAC 5 boost. It's going to all go a little quiet here. But are we going to see this launched? It's Scraps with the War Machine. We've seen how big he goes. His Flat Jacket initiated. Is it there? The answer's no for Brack. However, taken down, 4 players fall, and Midnight, they have the potential. They have the capability to end it right here.
Gotta get it done. 20 points for the win. Could we see the lead change again? Jet Li finds 2 with a slam. That's going to be a dunk. Can he find any more? No, Scraps comes through. He cleans up Vance though. Unbelievable work. Brack gets 2 in the end. 10 points now for the win. Midnight looking to close this one out then and there. Red with a big lead to start this one off, but they've let it slip. They've pissed it into the wind. Envoy finds 2 more. There it is. Midnight. No maps gone just yet. But was that a bend and break situation for Red Reserve after such a lead?
What a map to start it off with, Miles. I'm excited for this series. Red Reserve, I thought they were out. I thought they were gone. Miles, control yourself. You're wiggling. You're letting things loose a little bit over here. But I will say, Rated's Annihilator, he you know, Zero with the Grab Slam, picks up 2 in the middle, the rotation. The fact it got pushed to that was Rated's Annihilator. Simple as that. But Midnight, again, they're down but not out. The way that they were so composed when they were 80 points in the deficit here. For me, they won it over by the tree, over by showers, whatever you want to call it. They were flawless. Fantastic stuff, Midnight.
What a way to start the series. As we said, the section story coming up next is going to be our next course on this degustation of death and destruction. We've got, of course, the Arsenal control match coming up in the middle. That's what we're real excited for. But either way, just before the match started, Jess had a quick chat with the guys from Midnight. Jess, please tell us what you know.
Yeah, well, Miles, what I know is that Midnight says that this is going to be their toughest match yet. And they go, well, you know, Red Reserve have a win under the belt, so it's definitely going to be the toughest matchup for us so far. They did also add that the map set for this series is very interesting because they think that it's Midnight's best maps as well as Red Reserve's best maps. So as Jet Li puts it, whoever loses this series, it's their own fault, meaning there's no excuses, there's no blaming it on, oh, it just wasn't our ideal maps or anything like that. So really it's just going to kind of come down to pure skill. Now over on the side of Red Reserve, I did catch up with Scraps, and I gotta say, these guys seem to be feeling a little bit nervous. They also said, this is our toughest map, and you know, Scraps was pretty candid with me. He said, you know, the vibes on the team have been crap lately. We did sit down and kind of talk about some things, so they said, hopefully it'll be better today. So let's see how the rest of the series goes. Miles, Momo, back over to you guys.
Thank you kindly, Jess. It's never a good thing to hear Scraps say that the vibes are crap because, let's face it, when they played against Rek, the whole build-up, that you know, the feud on Twitter between he and Wuskins, you can't help but feel like that does wonders for his confidence, you know, setting himself up in that way. Maybe Scraps needs to just start laying the beef down on everyone.
I think Scraps plays his best when he's having fun. And he had, you know, the most amount of fun showing what he's got against Wuskins and the boys. But I will say, you know, you can't have a good day every day. Sometimes, like you said, the vibes aren't there. However, Red Reserve, we've seen in the past, they've gone 1-0 up in pretty much every series, I think, so far. Not the case here. The problem is, obviously, when they go, you know, 1-1, they start to lose. On the flip side of things, though, Miles, Midnight, I know we're going to use this word until it ends, but they're undefeated still. You know, 3-0, 3-0, now 1-0, and we know that Red Reserve's first S&D can let them down.
This is a team that, you know, we've seen them bring great things to Search and Destroy. They took care of everyone so far, and let's face it, Midnight, the resilience they've just shown in that very first matchup is tremendous. Let's just take a quick look at the Search and Destroy leaderboard. 3 out of their 5 players are in that one. So let's be honest, it's not a great thing if you're a Red Reserve fan. S&D KD for Brack is a 3. He gets 5.9% first bloods. This is out of 2 maps. This is incredible stuff already. I mean, look, they haven't dropped a single map yet, so obviously their stats are going to be somewhat inflated.
Of course.
But at the same time, this is a huge indicator of how this series could be going, you know. And as we say again, I will repeat, Red are not the greatest search team. We've yet to see that final form.
Again, you talk about Midnight, out of the top 10, all 5 of them are in that top 10 for AKDs, you know, across the board, that is. And Brack is number 1 player in respawn score per minute, 416. Wow. Looking good, Brack here, and a name you guys maybe not as familiar with, but I tell you what, after just day 1, I was getting familiar with this name, and honestly, I think he's going to be around for the long haul. Midnight are really showing what they're made of. Yesterday, they had a big game. First game of the, you know, the Pro League was Optic Gaming. Yes, a sub was there, but they came here to put up a fight and to take over. And that is what they're doing right now. The thing is, can it continue? You know, they're going to face very, very tough competition. Looking at the Search and Destroy, I'm looking at the middleman right there. Envoy, he had 17% first blood. And obviously, you know, going into Search and Destroy, there is 10 players in the lobby. You do the maths. 17%. Nicely done. Keep your eyes on that, man.
For me now, it's showing the world that Midnight are the real deal. We discussed their performances against other teams. This is one of the matches that people are really looking at to decide whether Midnight have got what it takes to hang. They take care of Optic. Can they take care of Red? Jet Li thinks so. Shots are out. Brack finds 2. Now into the search. It's a 4v3. Bance has got that bomb now, and he's going to have to make his way back out of this one because the game plan has just been ruined by that opening push.
I guarantee, right there, Red Reserve turn that corner, and they're expecting maybe a long-range gunfight, a sniper or something like that. They've got 2 players in the face. It's literally like, holy moly, where the hell did you come from, and why are you in my face this quickly? That's just a get out, you know, a round 1 strat. It's, you know what, guys, we're going for this 2 players push. We've got 2 players overlooking us. They had a sniper as well. Force Joeing off the side of the map as well. It's just a perfect round. Like, you can't ask for more.
I'll tell you what you can ask for. There's 5 more of those. And then you get to call this round done and dusted. Here we go. On now to an offensive round for the boys of Midnight. Looks like it's heavy towards A push. B is getting left all alone, but it's a 3-2 split. It looks like 2 players Going to be going towards that B site. The 3 players who are towards A now, they're going to be running into the entire might of Midnight. And here comes the pinch from Jet Li on the side. Zero, not backing down, 42 HP. Shots are out, and this is big. They've got tags on everyone. Everyone is weak from red. They all have to back down. Joe's already dropped. Zero could be next. Brack now making his way through the rear. Envoy from behind, you sneaky devil. That's going to be a great way to level this one up. 2 down now. It's a 2v4. Red Reserve very much in a difficult situation. This has been a delightful attack. Bance still trying to do what he can. Sort of changed position. Scraps picks up 1. This is a great way to keep them alive. It's now a 2v3. Jet Li. Good job he didn't re-challenge that one because Scraps was not missing.
Yeah, 3v2 right now. 30 seconds left. A big 1v1 and Bance there with the sword. Huge kill. Scraps puts down Brack. And now the 2v4 down to a 2v1. Fantastic stuff from Red Reserve. And it's all down to Envoy. He does have a cluster grenade, but the bomb. Difficult position here. Is looking for that kill. And honestly, the way that they've kind of thrown this away, honestly, brilliant play by Red Reserve. The slide in, the nod of the head from Bance says it all to me. They know that they just outsmarted Midnight.
I think not just outsmarted them, but I think they outskilled them there. And I put it down to hubris, to just, I want to say arrogance from Midnight. They were re-challenging gunfights that I think they really shouldn't have been. I mean, I'm going to call it Jet Li on that one. He challenged 2 gunfights there on the outside of the map. Very good, very confident. Maybe too confident, you know, and he's a very humble player. We've seen him in the interviews and in-game. He's thinking, I can take on the world. I can take down Scraps. I can take down Bance in these long-range gunfights when they've got first shot. He could have played his life a little smarter there, but he's got another chance now in round 3 as we've tied this up 1-1.
Here we go. Let's kick things off as we do see the snipers in the hands of Scraps here. And again, a lot of teams fall at the hands of this man. He's 4-1. Credit where credit is due. Scraps was going off in the hard point as well, but couldn't close it out here. Map number 1 goes to Midnight if you're just joining us here. Looking for the first blood. Red Reserve pushing up.
I love this. Joe's the bait. Joe's the bait to the sniper of Scraps. He's just trying to peek out. He's trying to just give him a little sniff. Give him a tease of what's to come, and that bomb's an even bigger bait. Scraps is backing up now. They need to watch the flank. You got number 5 watching the back end. Joe's watching the front now. Up over the top again. Ooh, just gets away with his life. Scraps gets the snipe at the back end as well. This is big. Red Reserve, they've set the trap. The trap is sprung. 2 players left now on Midnight have got to deal with the 4 of red.
Yeah, and Scraps knows exactly what the game plan is here. You're shooting me. I know your player's rotating. I'm going to slip, slide, take him down, and oh my god, more than likely will find himself. Thought he was going for the edge of the map, but now he's looking to take some with him. And that's going to be just 1. 12 seconds left, and he maybe is looking for a kill. Doesn't want to let that bomb blow up, so he's going to put himself in a bit of an awkward position, and then you know what? He's going to find himself down the drains there, as we will see Red Reserve get another round. Back-to-back rounds, and just what they need, I think.
Llama God was on an assassination mission there.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was trying to track down Scraps. Scraps got the bomb down. 2 snipes as well. All those points are adding up. He was trying to pick him off. He was trying to just get him in the jugular before that next round starts up, because now Scraps is still rolling through, and that's Streaks we'll talk about next up.
Most Scraps have been practicing on a very, very poor setup. He's tweeted a few pictures of his chair, but he's gone for the default fold up as well. It seems to be working so well for him so far, so we'll see if that continues here. But look at the minimap. 5 players all pushing towards B only. Envoy just watching that mid for a potential flank, but it's not going to come here. And again, a lot of baiting, a lot of stim shot here as they take a little bit of damage. Vance looking to lock on, finds one, baited out. He knows that he's going to get reach out. Scraps goes for the cluster and perfectly played. Raided finds the double, and Red Reserve are coming out hot here in round number 4. That's going to be just down to 1, and it is going to be Envoy once again here, but again, a hope and a prayer. Scraps is on a 6-kill streak, and Envoy's going to get hunted here.
Oh, this is bad news, though. Rated can die, but if Scraps gets the kill, which he almost does, that's so important. He was 125 at the start of the round. Now Scraps has got himself a lightning strike. That's big.
Yeah, I think Scraps might have got a bullet into him there as Bance went out. They basically double challenged him. And I don't think we're going to see the double here coming from Rated. But he may have got a little bit closer there. We'll jump on board with Scraps straight away. Rated, very start this week, says our map 2, our search and destroy, is way, way better. And if we win our second map, we should be able to close series out a lot sooner. They did lose map number 1. Scraps does get the second streak as well. He's 50 away from the all-important drone squad. He's the one, of course, pushing forward first.
It's a chance to make some real damage here. No cluster this round. Again, baiting that one back. Fourth. That bomb in his back pocket now, making his way towards B. Have they got an open field? Shots are through. Oh, Envoy from behind Joe. He's so sneaky. You can't let him get away with anything. You got to keep tabs on Joe. Otherwise, he's going to do things like that. 2 kills to his name. And maybe a third. The timing and the discipline right now from Red is fantastic. 3v1 right now, Midnight. Who's it going to be? Parzelian, what have you got what it takes? Wrap around the outside of the map. Bomb's gone down. Now the clock's against him. Throws himself off. There you go. Red Reserve. Finally finding their feet here in Search and Destroy. And it really couldn't have waited any later.
Full streaks for Scraps as well. Joe there again. I think that's poor communication from Midnight. They were bait and switch, and you know, in a 2v1, and both of them got shot in the back. Joe with some very, very nice timing does put Red Reserve ahead even more, and Midnight, Brack especially. You know, we saw the S&D KD. Yes, only 2 maps, but he started off 3-0. Brack. He's now sat 3-4. I think that pretty much sums up the search so far.
Here we go. It's a big hit on A from Midnight. They're all in. I don't know how much information was garnered there, but it's happening. The fight's going down. Can Scraps get something out of this? That's big. 2v3 right now. Red have got to retreat, lick their wounds, get out of there while they still can. I mean, Scraps are still streaked up, as you can see. Bombs going down now for Jet Li. This is a crucial moment for Midnight. They need to get these rounds on the board fast. Deeply uncharacteristic of a team to have yet to drop a map here in the CWL Pro League, and Bance is looking to make sure that they do. In comes the flank from the side. Jet Li's up next. Big shots from Bance, not able to make it happen. Scraps 1v2.
Scraps, interested choice here. Will make what I believe is the right one there. Don't want to feed anything. You're 4-1 up. You've got full streaks already. You're not working towards anything else. Get yourself out of there and go back in round number 7. But big round for the boys here in purple, aka Midnight, and they'll be looking to get back into this one off the back of that round win. Again, when does Scraps' streaks come in? That's the question. I'm feeling it could be this round right here.
Deep breath. Back into it again we go. Scraps snipe in hand, making his way towards the A site. B site's having a 3-man push towards it. Zero's just going to be watching the flank there towards B. Not committing too much, but here comes the connector in the middle of the map. This is where the gunfight's about to go down. Joe can smell the danger. His spidey senses are tingling, and he's backing up. Scraps has got to possibly take Parzelian, skewer him against the wall, and that's it. Streaks are out. He's given him the fear. Now he's going to drop something on him. Oh, pings the map. Can he find any more with that snipe? That Paladin. That's the light that Midnight don't want. Here it comes. Plenty of information garnered there. Joe's going to get the kills. Joe, hide!
Get out of the way, Joe! I'm coming in hot!
That was a bit danger close, that one. Now it's a 4v3. Red looking to put themselves on map point. Can Zero get it done?
Zero's just spotted 2. He's probably called it out by all means, but first kill's his. Can he make the second? He's trying to make that spark play. Look at him. He's recruiting Bance as well for a potential trade. Don't need it. Got the TAC 5 boost, and that's going to be all she wrote for that round. Red Reserve are looking clinical here on payload. This was the map which I believe went to round 11 last time we cast it over the Miles, and even before that, remember this was the map that they got here on the Pro League qualifier on as well. And here we have it, Zero with the double. TAC 5 boost did come in. Of course, that 200 HP. He ends up with 38. You do the math. Always specialists being so important here. Midnight. First map dropped in the Pro League potential right here.
This could be it. Scraps is trying to dial in who you're going to call. Drone squad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. 5-2. Midnight need to pick the pieces up in a big way. It's now or never. Hitting the outside of the map. Ray's going to run into it. Envoy. Oh, no. It's falling apart. That thunder in the distance. That lightning strike on the way in. Doesn't find anything. Drone squad's out. This is it. It's all on the table for Red Reserve. Midnight. An offensive round that they are really struggling in so far. But it's certainly not over yet.
Scraps lingering where he is. He's just holding that drone squad right above him. They've split 2-2 on each bomb site here on the defensive. See Joe just locking down A, and they're just waiting for intel. They have the numbers. They don't need to push forward at this moment. There's no specialist for Brack and the boys. And again, this is so difficult. You've got concussions available. Look at the drone squad. They send them in. Parzelian does take down Rated.
They're just hovering the map now. They're just mopping up these kills. It's a 3v2 though. This is far from over. Lamagod gets caught. 2v1. It comes down to Parzelian. This is it. Map life in the hand. Scraps. He's going to pop the War Machine out. He's going to get it done with a bang, and there it goes. Flak Jacket's out. Parzelian wants some blood. Scraps is going to give him all he can take. Midnight. The gods can bleed. So they find their first map loss here in the Pro League. How do they recover from this? How do they respond? This is an unfamiliar territory for them, and Red Reserve smiles in their faces. They finally got themselves a search win.
Certainly have it all tied up in the series so far. Midnight take the hard point. Red Reserve bite back in what I will say a convincing search and destroy. We're going into Arsenal control. Both teams undefeated on this one. You do not want to miss it. We'll catch you after the break.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL. And TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
You've had your entrees, you've had an appetizer, the bottle of red has been decanting, and now it is time for our main course in this series. The control matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. It's Pro League Day 3 and Miles and Momo are all kinds of excited to bring you what is going to be an exceptional showdown. And pray tell, Momo, why is this such an exciting matchup for the fans at home?
Honestly, just the way you described it's making me hungry. I'm not going to lie to you. However, this is the main event. This is the main course. This is what we've been waiting for. And the best thing about this is strategy. You know, going into a map where you're undefeated and they're undefeated. It's not like, oh, we're kind of good at this other map. We'll veto one or we'll go for this. They're both saying, you know what, we're confident in ourselves. They're going head to head. The horns are locking. Undefeated for both of these guys. 6-0 for Red Reserve on Arsenal Control, 5-0 for the squad of Midnight. Someone's going to lose. I'm ready to have some fun.
I just love how now we get to crown a Arsenal Control champion.
On game 3, day 3 of a random Pro League week. Champion! I don't think it works that way, Miles.
I'm going to create some kind of crown and we'll give it to whoever these teams are, and then whoever beats that record or whoever, you know, beats the next winner of the whatever, we'll work this out later on. Somebody smarter than I will deal with this one, but here we go, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, let's get into this one. There you go. Both teams are undefeated on Arsenal Control.
I was so excited about this matchup, Miles. I actually started talking about Arsenal Control in our first series of the day.
You were so excited.
I was so excited for this matchup, and I was just praying it came, and it has been given to us by the COD gods. If you picked on that up on the first series, well done. I made myself sound like an idiot. But as we continue to do so, let's jump into Arsenal Control.
Patience is a virtue, and this is it. Ding, ding, round 1. In the red trunks, of course, Red Reserve kicking this one off on defense. Here comes the attack, though, from Midnight in the purple trunks as they make their way forward. Llama God with 2. The pressure is already being applied. They're double capping. They got a little bit of A and a little bit of B, but which one's going to get to the first tick? Now Red have got to divert their forces. They've got to spread themselves a little too thin, but how thin can they go? Because right now the ticks are coming through.
You're going to see Banson ready to pick up the kills. B is secure, however, the pressure is being put on A. They've got to come through the double doors, and it's going to be sliding open, and they're going to brute force their way back into this one. Scraps unrated, bounce back, and the tick onto B, which ever so closely got there, has been denied. But with 60 seconds left on the clock, it was looking so strong for the boys in purple. However, Red Reserve, they don't give it up that easy. However, headshot after headshot, Pazelion, Envoy, they are going to take A, and it looks like Red Reserve, they're backing down. They're stepping back into the ring, and now we're going to have a absolute bloodbath here. 22-18 though on the lives.
Well, as A falls, why don't we have a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with Team Midnight.
Let's try this guy out.
Live our events.
He's our half full, our half full.
Alright, we're behind him.
Half full, dead, half full, dead.
Alright,
Get ready to push front B.
Going, Devin.
He's probably C3, guys, probably C3.
Window.
I'm just like vents, nothing vents.
Nothing I'm gonna drop it across. C3 bands.
Hey, I'm gonna come in lobby.
He's tied up C3.
What's
up again?
One shot 0. He's in the back of their lobby. Yeah, you might be getting flanked. Yeah, he's flanking for sure. He's flanking for sure, dude. Yeah, I spawned deep.
Hammer bottom launch.
Everyone wait. I have flank. Wait for the push.
Alright.
I have flank. Yo, come on. Yeah. Hit the front. I have flank.
He's still stairs rated.
Statue, one shot, Jet, one shot. I got nated, so we gotta push.
3 on B.
2 statue. Dude, stay down. Alright, work for patches. We gotta back up. Yeah, work for patches now, guys. Yo, I'm gonna try to slide on and get a kill. Hang on.
Rated weak.
Hang on, just wait a second. I should be able to get kills. Hang on. I should be able to get an opening. 1 second. I'm going fast. I hope you guys. Ready?
Yeah.
Next bit, Devin, he's best one shot, bro.
That's not shit.
One shot. Yeah, we can't go front. We can't go front, bro. Can't go front. We need to create pinches, bro. Yeah, stop just sitting front.
So you gotta look over me, bro.
I'm going deep.
I'm gonna stun lobby. Come move in the lobby.
Someone go front with them, bro. Someone, we can't free through lobby. It's fine. One's in vent. Their side. That's weak.
I can't step front.
That's one shot, bro. That's one shot. Stay up. I'll get that guy. I'll go front. Guy's dead.
He's on the point, guys. I'm stunned again. I can't help you guys. Joe, one shot, bro.
In the back, her in the back. You gotta go through lobby.
He's pushing C3. I'm with you. I'm reloading. I'm coming front.
Hey, C3.
I'm coming. I'll kill him.
C3, one shot.
I don't see him. C3.
We have 9 seconds. We gotta go. On C3.
C2, one shot bands.
Gotta get on.
Clock's ticking, bro. Gotta make a play, bro.
Bruh. A lot of bros going down. However, the only bros going up here are Red Reserve after that round. Might be fist bumps all around. Quick stat for you as well here. Midnight, it's impressive to be undefeated, but these guys have outscored their opposition in control, because just the game mode itself, they're 8-0 on since the CWL PLQ, but these guys have outscored them in rounds 24-4, winning 86% of their round wins. No one's ever even taken them to to overtime. No one's even pushed them that far. So Red Reserve already showing how strong they are. And Miles, the important thing that I want to say is the setup from Red Reserve, it was almost like a stalemate. These guys were sitting strong. It was 2 on the stairs, 2 on the point, 1 in watching the flank, and 1 in lobby. And they were just waiting. They were happy to wait it out. I think Red Reserve have done their research.
That was a great round, just to watch the way Midnight retook those positions very, very slowly and very, very methodically. Now, what will Red bring on offense? We saw that split cap to begin with for Midnight in the previous round. Red, again, very methodical, slow but steady, making their way forward. Now A's now in their hands. Slowly, they're going to get that point. First tick now almost underway, 50% of it. Midnight, what will they do? They're actually buckling in for a B push. They thought the B push was coming. They've given Red far too much respect, and that is going to cost them a tick. Here comes the play. Stuns are out. Jet Li goes through, he goes down. Bracken Envoy find kills. Bance answers back in there from the flank. This is great from Midnight. They managed to concede the first tick, but the second was nowhere to be found. And that, they can wipe their brow of that sweat. The danger is over for now.
That's confidence in your teammates right there. 2 players actually stayed and pushed up on Kitchen, and they trusted the 3 to beat their 3 in A, and they did so. It really starts to dictate and show the actual discipline of this squad. Zero is behind enemy lines. If he takes down Envoy, it would be a huge kill. Oh, dicing with death. Not great. Not that kind of range. The Sorg, unfortunately, will go down. He's going to have a much closer battle, and he's going to come out on top. That's where you want to use that Sorg. Red Reserve, though, 35 seconds, got 1 tick on Tway. They need to get the kills. One thing Midnight have been amazing at is just keeping control.
Quite literally. Llama Garden Events gets completely cut to ribbons. Zero. That whole shenanigans, the back of the map, has bought enough time for A to be almost fully captured, and this is it. That's going to be the cap. Scraps and Joe, they're going to be eating those nades. High in calories. I'll kill ya. First point goes down. Now it falls to B. Midnight buckling in. Split push coming out of Red. I see number 6 again. Zero hitting that flank wide. She's going to back it up. But again, it's a 2-2 split as they make their way forward. Envoy's the only player on this side of B. Again, they've managed to spread Midnight's defense very, very thin. That's it. They've got an open lane. This is it. They can make a flood now. Scraps is going to be popping things off for the War Machine. That's a nice bit of shot there on Jet Li. Again, buying the time. They're making their way forward. Oh, but the trophy's going to stop that one. This is it. B's wide open. A chance to get the next cap.
Red Reserve looking to end it. The TAC 5 boost has been initiated there, and it's been utilized as well. Bans with the double. Envoy bite back, and my goodness, he's still going. Joe doesn't want to go down without a fight and won't here. However, the spawn's coming in for Midnight. It's 9-14. The lives simply favor Red Reserve, and this is what you'd like to see them play for. Don't go single file. Don't go filing in on yourself here, Red Reserve. For these guys, they need to play this smart, utilize what they have. Cluster available for Scraps.
Scraps. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Look at Joe.
9 lives for Midnight. Peace out, Joe. Bance is trying to get the party started. If he can get 1 out of this, that'd be big. Ooh, very, very close. Jet Li coming in through the side now. Number 6 again on your main map. Making their way forward, not able to get a sing out of this. Puzzling and Brack, the defense holds. The defense holds. 9-10. Clock's ticking. The defense holds. They can't make their way through. Midnight are hanging in there. 25 seconds. There's maybe 1 push left in this. 1 push. 1 last chance in Envoy. Now he's loaded up. TAC 5 boost. This is it. They're ready for this.
I love that. It was 9-14. It's now 8-7 in favor of Midnight. The TAC 5 boost was used, and it's used to win this round. 7-5. They're utilizing the health here, and my goodness, Midnight are coming out on top. I feel Red Reserve, they had it. The tip of the fingers here, but as the time ticks down, Red Reserve go, you know what? We're not feeding into this streak. It is 1-1 in the series and map as well. Such a close game, and again, predictions for this one were widely spread. Midnight, of course, the current form, fantastic, but Red Reserve, a lot of people went with the experience for these guys. Miles, which way are you leaning?
At this point, I have no idea.
Just straight in the middle.
Straight down the middle.
Not even 1% to one side.
I can't even say I'm dressing at either side right now, man. It's just all up. I'm excited and ready to go. This is one hell of a series. Again, both these teams are so well-versed, so well laid out when it comes to control. We're really watching a nasty game of chess with guns and knives and grav slams and... Whoa, hang on. Jet Li doesn't go for it. No one was there. I like it, but rated. Trap was set. They managed to get the kills out of that one, and A's a bloodbath. Look at the explosions going all around here. Now watch those two players on spawn that have just come out from Midnight. Are they going to make their way towards B? Number 10 thinks so. That's going to be Joe. Joe's anticipating that push, but A's done and dusted. A's second tick is finished. That third is now a moment away from being finished, and this is big. What a start from Midnight. The defense are red, nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, this is what you kind of expected, a very hard push onto A. Don't get me wrong, Red Reserve, we've seen them control B and defend B, and on the flank, wow, Joe takes him apart, but he's going to be matched by Parzelian. Rated and Vance do shut down 2, and that's going to be 26-25 with 2 minutes here. But if you look at the top, you're going to see Jet Li has that grab slam. Llama God and Parzelian as well, wielding those very powerful weapons, the Tempest and Annihilator, of course. Zero with the grab slam, rated with the Annihilator. We saw what he could do on map number 1 with that one. However, I reckon we're going to have a few more bites at the cherry here, as we do see the attack coming forward from Midnight.
They're going to find a real rough way to get through this. Again, that whole B. Oh, it is happening. Envoy finds 2. Jet Li's got 1. This is it. Now Red are in a seriously tough spot. They've got to get in there fast. Zero. Dyson around. Loop-de-loop. Round the bush he goes. Just over the top in the nick of time. He's going to find Parzelian. Is this enough to get it done? Llama God gets him. That's going to be it. Still holding on the point. Still managing to get through. Halfway through the second tick on the contest. This gunfight is going to be crucial. Jet Li coming through, slams up, finds only but 1. That's massive. 17-18. Midnight with a slight advantage, but they have got pushed off of the point for now. Man, this is good.
Annihilator still available. We see a grab slam for Zero. This round is not over yet. We might see 1 tick, but the defense is strong. Rated, anchoring his heels into the ground as we see the trade out. We see Rated say, no, I'm going back. Give me that ICR position here. See you later, Brack. You're going on respawn as Red Reserve. Hold the line. They hold the defense. We saw this in round number 1, and we could be seeing the exact same come forward. Llama God has the Tempest. Parzelian with the Annihilator. When are we going to see this? Brack, he's got a drone squad in.
Drone squad's up. Drone squad's in. But you know what? A specialist could get rid of that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here comes Brack. Here he comes. Here comes the rest of Midnight. Things are starting to look a little dark. There's no sunset. Here we go. Zero in the vents, trying to find something. There's the capture. Good stuff from Zero in from behind. What a hold that was. Red Reserve still alive. Still alive. Bance gets rid of the drone squad. They managed to flush the danger away. Once again, the defense holds. The defense holds. Scraps with the kills. 40 seconds left. Not enough lives to burn now for Midnight. They've got to get something big happening very, very soon. But what, maybe 1 push max?
Here it is. Still has the specialist. He's saving it. 30 seconds. Brack once again going big. Such an influential player. 15-11. Tempest comes through. Who's rocking the Tempest? Paradox. We love it. Getting on board instantly with him once again. 1 goes down. The quick stab, and he's back at 150. 3-4. 25 seconds pause, and now the lives are dwindling. The tick is coming through. Zero comes big, but it's not going to be enough. Midnight. Oh my goodness. You can cut around like that. Oh my goodness, what are we seeing here? These two teams, both undefeated, will say it time and time again until the map ends. Incredible stuff here, Arsenal control. We saw drone squads. That Tempest at the end, so important here. And now getting into that next round here, Red Reserve Midnight. As I said before, locking horns.
Said that Midnight had 1 push left, maximum. They made every single life count, despite being down. I mean, this is how you play control. This is how you get it done, and Red are going all in. Attack boost on the defense. Envoy once again in this position. B is going to be the push. 3 players towards A. They're going for a bum rush. Is all in. Parzelian could turn this on its head with that Annihilator, though. See the cap coming towards B. They finally got in there, but the defensive plays are about to hit down. Parzelian, that ICR and the long range is going to be great. Zero right now. In this position, ideal scenario to cut these players down. Llama God just gets obliterated. Zero and Joe, they're going to cut that one in half. Now the cap on A. Amazing heads-up play from Zero right now. The cap at B is still going on at this time. Now we have to see Midnight make a crucial decision. Do we try to stop the cap at B, or do we try to get rid of the progress at A? This is going to be a huge kill. Oh, and Envoy can't get it done. B's about to fall any second now. Oh, this is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Defends for the one-on-one. B will dwindle, but A will climb. It was a fantastic start for Red Reserve. They don't manage to finish it off. However, I think they'll be pretty pleased with the progress here, because now 25 to 21. The second tip comes through, and it looks like here Midnight actually might go for one push. They might actually commit to this. There's one player in the vents. There's one player in the window, but taken down time by time. Here's the big push. Can't use the grab slam. That's going to take out your own teammate here, but with 23 to 17, streaks are available. You've got to favor Red Reserve to tie up the series here.
Well, once again, we come down to B. 1 tick remaining. This is it. This is the Alamo for Midnight. They got 1 tick remaining. Zero is going to start it off with a lightning strike. These kills are crucial. Barzelian is down. Hellstorm at the ready. Now they can get in there. Again, 1 tick is all they need. Hellstorm's coming out. It's going to be danger close. His boys are right there, but they're going to catch the players off a spawn. Here we go. This is it. Right over the top. Zero. You're going to make this a highlight reel. 2 streaks, and now you're going to go for the grab slam to clean it up. Whew, can't do that.
There's too many people there, but he's going high, he's going mighty, and my goodness, he can set it on fire. That's going to be a double. The drone squad's available. You'd expect him to call it in, but may not even need it. 18 to 10. I love the decision to keep this. A lot of players may panic, but not Zero. We are going to see the zone deplete. And for the first time, Midnight are pushed to a round 5 on control. Nods all round. Red Reserve know how good they are. The confidence here. And don't forget that drone squad, baby.
Oh, it just doesn't get better than this. Both teams undefeated on this game type, and we push it to the final round to decide who gets it. Here we go. All the assets. The gear is checked. Specialists at the ready. This is it. And as the whistle blow when the gun goes off, it's going to be a mad sprint to those first points. And this has been a slog. Red get the defense. Huge to get the defense. We've seen both teams' defensive holds are unreal, but they've both also won an offensive round as well. Here we go. Zero's called in the drone squad up over the top. It's all in. They're going for B. They're going for B hard, but the drone squad is going to make all the difference right now. Those shots are going to make such an impact. Zero, 24 and 19. Keeping the kills coming. There's a drone squad. That's just turned B into an absolute kill box for Midnight.
This is tough. And again, you see Midnight just slow down here. They really have to collect their thoughts and go as a team. And I think the stun goes in. It's going to connect with Joe, but it doesn't even matter right there. He's got the tac mass and now pushing forward. He's got a stun of his own. He's going to double up on that one. Find the first, dip away, find the second, but he's not going to be able to complete that one. Great start here for Red Reserve. No ticks. However, the time is certainly ticking down.
As we get closer towards the end of this round, 40 seconds now, Barzelian ready to go with his Annihilator. Envoy, he's got the War Machine good to go as well. They're going to be coming out very, very soon because it's now or never. You don't get to take any of these into the next game with your friends. Bance, Tempest up, big shots, not able to find anything again. Defending Zone A like his tournament depends on it. It's only the 3rd day of the Pro League and things are already so crazy. 17 to 24, Midnight at the life deficit. 20 seconds remain. If they can get a single zone, if they can hold on, they keep themselves in this. But the rated Annihilator 2 now, as they hang in there the final 10 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we can safely crown a new king of Arsenal control. And what do you know? It's only Red Reserve.
Red Reserve. That round was not even close, to say the least here. It looks like they're still going on. I don't know if someone slid onto the timer. Now it's over. What happened there, just for you guys at home? Someone slid onto the zone, and when that happens, the clock pauses. It must have been 0.3 seconds or something. However,
anything.
I will say, zooming in on Joe's very, very very concentrated face, should I say. Interesting, we've not seen that there, but here we give you the insights of everything.
That was gold. That was a golden. That's the best control match I think I've seen. Not just because of the, the forced artificial prestige we threw upon it, but hey, man, what a way to do it. Either way, Red Reserve now find themselves up in the series against the mighty Midnight. Questions. How do Midnight survive 2 back-to-back, very, very tight map losses?
I mean, it's very, very tough. The one thing that I will say right now is Scraps is firing on all cylinders, so is Zero. People talk about the X factors of this team, and it is those two. However, talking of all this and all guns blazing, rated with the Annihilator, by the way, not only on the control, can't even do this anymore. He's not missing a bullet.
No, well,
he's not.
Missing a couple, but they're good. They're good shots, right?
Incredible. The reason that he was pushed on the hard point was because of rated. We saw him at the control there, pinpoint accuracy there, just finalizing to what we thought was the very end of the round, but he does close things down. The specialist used again, 0 with the grab slam coming through. It's just very well done from Red Reserve. We're seeing from what I believe is the best Red Reserve as of yet.
By far. We've talked enough about how Red have been underperforming, and now things are looking a little good. But before we get on to that one, let's take a quick peek at the end of that matchup. We talked about the Annihilator of Rated rather.
That shot.
And this was it.
Oh.
That was a banger. Right. That gave Scraps a haircut. I mean, Battery doesn't have much hair to begin with, but that was it. And this was the final few moments again. Look at the life deficit as well. Midnight and Red. The very fact that Midnight had such a deficit is huge. That just goes to show that's the incredible performance Red put up, because in the kills department, both teams were relatively even.
Yeah.
Especially when it came down to actually the zone control and the decisions made in game. So even again. We saw some fantastic strategy out of both teams. That is how you play Control on Arsenal. That is a map that everyone should be going back and taking notes from, because both of these teams, so well versed, they've managed to take that game type, that game mode on that map and really get a hand of it very, very quickly. I mean, you just don't play Arsenal Control against either of these teams ever. Like, this will probably be the last time we see these two teams ever play this game type.
Incredible stuff so far. And remaining undefeated is Red Reserve. I believe it puts them at 7-0. But records are meant to be broken. Eventually they will get put down. I'm getting flashbacks from last year where Red Reserve, they were like undefeated on a mapper mode. It doesn't come to mind. And then they lost it like 6 times in a row and it was like, wait, what? However, we've talked about the entree, the main event, the main course. Now it's dessert and it's going to end on Hacienda, whether it's map 4 or 5 here. And let's get into this one, Miles. It's going to be Hardpoint.
Yeah, we got the old Hardpoint dessert. So sweet. So tasty, so calorie laden. Midnight find themselves down Red Reserve on Series Point. And you know what? There's a chance we could maybe get a doggy bag, search and destroy to go home with. Who knows, eh? Snickering away. Here we go, boys and girls. Let's get into it. Hardpoint. Up over the top. Oh, wait a minute. How's Zero not dead? Who didn't shoot him there? He just managed to fire his way through 3 people. That's all of Midnight on their backs. And now we have Red getting the Hardpoint time. Boy, I'm excited.
45 seconds left here, and sometimes not a lot of time will be gathered off this, but it's all about that rotation towards Garage here, so keep your eyes on the mini-map. But Brack does answer back with a double, and you ask yourself who was getting shot at the start. I think it was Scraps, but Zero's still alive, still kicking here. Does challenge and re-challenge, should I say, on that one and finally go down. But so no streaks for him, it'll end on just a 3. You can see Midnight trying to set up for this Garage, but with 20 seconds left here, Red Reserve starting together. Some point Zero loves this flank. Loves to get in and get behind, and that's going to be a trophy system. Going to engage with 1. And the Sorg does let him down on that one.
Brack is evil. That was mean. This is a big test for Midnight now. 2 maps down. Heavy momentum swing for Red Reserve. If Midnight can keep their composure and keep themselves up on their feet, this could be an incredible run. Big series for them. Jet Li holding down that bottom door. Bance is going to find his way through. Brack watching the back end. You got the rest of the squad. Envoy watching the statue. Rated though. That ICR, don't peek. There's no need to peek. Joe's trying to make his way through the front, and man, the footwork was fancy, but again, Midnight hold. They hold onto the hard point for now. Scraps has crept through. Doesn't make a sound. He's in. Shots are out. Gets 2. Oh, Scraps gets the heal as well. He couldn't get any more, but he's allowed Zero to get in there. Massive heads-up play. Red Reserve with the peek. Might find their way through. Midnight have now got to reclaim what's theirs.
Scraps as well, just bobs as he shoots. I love it. Trying to dodge away the bullets. I feel like he's a little bobblehead over there on the main stage, but he makes it work, and by God, he does a good job of it. 5-4 as it stands right now, but Midnight do have a little bit of a lead, roughly around 30 points here. But heading over to Fences again. We've seen some incredible stuff, but it's going to be the contest that comes through. Envoy and Rated trade things out. Lamagod and Scraps have a fist fight of their own here. And now, with 50 seconds left here, plenty of time to play for. Trophy systems are out.
Barzelian now, he's just got to hole up here. Just got to take these shots, get the heals out. He's doing a great job. Zero, hungry Zero comes through and finds that, and sadly Envoy cleans up Jet Lieben. That was a solid hold from Midnight. Great position for Brack now to catch these players. The reinforcements, he's just going to cut that supply line out, make sure those players don't make their way into the hard point while Llamagod's keeping them pinched. And you know what? It's actually not worked out at all because the split spawn. The players of Red spawn right behind them, coming in the back. Going to be giving those players of Midnight a bit of a premature Hacienda.
Raid will be looking to rotate over here. I'm actually really surprised. Midnight had the opportunity to rotate here and they chose not to. They're going to get no scrap time. They've given Raid a really good position here now out in the water as well. A little bit disappointed in Midnight, if I'm being completely honest there.
I know what you're saying. At this point, they could have a lot more out of this. I feel like
made it work by all means, but
at the same point, they're doing the very best they can to keep it together, and you've got a fast-firing Red Reserve right now, hot off those 2 wins. You got to give it to them to keeping everything discomposed at this stage. Now, can they bounce back? And they really do need to bounce back into this one. Otherwise, they'll be taking a long siesta until their next matchup. Rated still hold up, just shots through, 3rd kill in a row. Can he find any more? The tags are up, but Joe and Scraps are picking up the kills. There's the contest. Again, pressure is mounting now. Midnight, they're desperately trying to hang on to this lead they have, and whether that's just keeping the members of Red out of the hard point, picking up the kills, or going for the contest. That's a big slide. Can they find their way in there? Nah, Rated too strong. Llama God is going to get put on his back. Midnight are slowly losing that lead, but you can see the pressure mounting is just humongous. Now we get the rotation.
I swear Rated used the stim shot about 7 times there. Still on a streak, 4-kill streak for him, but the trust that he had in his teammates was incredible as well. He was just posting up there on the ledge, didn't even look towards his right. He knew that his teammates had it. An incredible show of teamwork there. 80-68 now, as Midnight still lead. We're going to head back to the middle here, and this is where Red Reserve got a little bit of points as well. We're going to get into it once again. 45 seconds, loads of time on the clock. First one is going to be the crash boost. Annihilator at the ready pretty much for Rated. We've seen what he can do already for this. And oh my God, I love that play. Oh, I love that even more. Rated, out of there.
Just throws himself out the window into the courtyard. Lives to fight another day, and the streak's still good. I mean, he's out of ICR ammo, 70 away. Oh, 2 wants it. That's Sorg out, 70 away from the Lightning, trying to stay alive. We'll keep on ball with him for a moment, but you can see the gunfight still going down in mid. If he peeks this right, he can catch Envoy. No one there to help him, but he's getting it done. That's going to count for now. Lightning Strike will be used later on. Zero once again out there, familiar territory, but Brack reading the play. He knows Zero. He knows Zero. He's read him like a book, and now he's sleeping with the fishes. Zero's out. Brack's got the flank. Can Scraps find his way in? Now, this is Midnight's. They're holding on as strong as they can. The bob and the weave comes out. Raten's trying to make his way through the back end now, but again, Midnight have the garage. The defense will hold.
Annihilator at the ready. A very close game here. Zero and the boys are pushing through the water, and now they'll be looking to hop on in. Grab Slam is available. Oh, and he jumps up, connects, but that's, I think he's just with the car. Nothing else, nothing more. And that's as far as it will go with 25 seconds. This is huge for Midnight here. They do keep control. Talking to Grab Slams, Jet Li's got that in his back pocket to play with, as we'll be heading over to the fences very shortly. And Midnight starting to get a bit of momentum.
Yeah, things are starting to get darker and darker for Red Reserve. Jet Li still having a nice game. Sitting at 15 and 12, and you can see Grab Slam hot to trot. Slow and steady now as they make the approach. Final few moments as they tick over. Here comes the flip. It goes into the hands of Red straight away, but as you can see, Jet Li has gone through unnoticed, and that's it. The guards are dead, the Watchman's out. Jet Li's in, can he find something? Timing's on, he's got to play from behind, and the rest of his teammates have come through and they've whopped through them. Midnight, what a perfect take. Red Reserve caught with their pants down, and there's a big red hand across the backside of Red.
Midnight looking to run away with this lightning strike. Will pause the points for a second here, but Scraps again caught with his pants down here. The kill feed all purple here. Bar Joe there just to put one to bed. We've got specialists at the ready, but it's not even needed. The Sorg in the hands of Parzelian and Envoy as well. Really showing here. That's an ambitious shot to say the least, and Llama God just doesn't care at all. He's taking it. He's charging. He's having it.
He's getting streaks, mate. He wants them. And the way he's playing, he sure deserves them. 18 and 12, Parzelian, 19-13, Llama God. Here we go. This is going to be big. Players up by statue, they don't stand a chance. Here comes the bad news. He's going to get the tags, going to force him inside. That's going to allow his teammates to capture the outside of the map. Scraps has got to win it. He can't win it. Streaks now in the hands of Llama God. 180 to the 100 of Red Reserve. You asked if Midnight could hang, and they're hanging very well right now with some of the best of them. A strong hardpoint team like Red are struggling somewhat now against the newcomers to the league, and this is a big run from Midnight.
A perfect position for Drone Squad. You're sitting in amongst the hardpoint. They are literally floating above you, and they are just circling around like little bees waiting to sting you and punish you. 30 seconds left. The concussion's going to go through. Bance is waiting. And honestly, with the Tempest like that, he might have pulled that out as the Drone Squad came in. It's very hard to utilize. I feel for Bance right now. He can't really do much, and Looking into the water. May get one. Not going to happen, oh my god. Again, a drone squad punishing this team. It was close. It was pretty much 90-90. And now Midnight double the score and more for Red Reserve.
This is what Game 5 looks like. Here we go. 220-30 for the win. Midnight trying to put Red Reserve to bed. Brack, again, the kill deaths across the board for the entire squad. We've seen they're so high up in the leaderboards. Blistering heights, and all they're doing now is padding the stats. Red Reserve still 40 seconds left in this hard point, a chance to get in there on the center, but not enough time really for Red to mount anything serious on the comeback front, because again, it's a big mountain to climb. But again, the amount of times we've seen a comeback of 100 points or more already in the league is just, it seems like a statistical anomaly. There's a little too many of them, to say the least, and can Red do it? There's a chance, but at the point we're seeing with Midnight, they're just too strong. There's such a ferocity to their gameplay.
Yeah, the problem is as well, they've got 4 specialists to play around with, everything but battery. And yes, don't get me wrong, I know Scraps, Joe's close as well, rated has the Annihilator, and it might be a battle of the specialists here, but when you've got 20 points and all you need is just that, it's going to be so difficult. They do have the spawns as well. They know the flank's coming in. They've called it previously before. They're almost waiting for them to jump up, jump through that window, and the time is ticking away. They can end it right here on Garage, and they intend to. Pazzellian's just got the Annihilator out. He's got one. Raider finds another. Raider's going to be shut down. And Zero finalizes Pazzellian, but in the midst of all that, Midnight are looking to push this to a map number 5 here. Gravslav comes through. 3 do fall, and Midnight wipe Red Reserve. And this is going to a Game 5. I think this is really how it deserves to end. These two teams have been going toe-to-toe all night long. However, none of it matters except this search and destroy.
Well, boys and girls, there you have it. Tied up 2-2. You had your entree. You had your aperitif. Had the mains, we've had dessert, and now it's time to go home, but not without taking a goodie bag. These two teams going the distance. It's going to be Game 5. Can Red Reserve get themselves back into this, or will they take the first series away from the Devil's Midnight? Find out after the break. We're going the distance with Red Reserve and Midnight deep into the series. It's Game 5. Welcome back to the Call of Duty World League Pro League. My name is Miles. Joining me, Momo. We will be giving you everything we possibly can for this last matchup because this has been quite a series. Reveled in made-up accolades. We've got the kings of Arsenal control. We've made all sorts of food references. We hope you're starving at home. And the only thing we're really hungry for is a result in this Search and Destroy. Game 5. We're here, Phil. How do you feel?
Honestly, it's been a long series for sure. Been a long day. However, it is all getting settled right here and right now. It's Hacienda Search and Destroy. And as you described it, we've had our, what was it, appetizers, main course, and dessert, and a goodie bag or something?
Doggy bag.
Doggy bag,
it's the bit you get to take home.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the doggy bag term, just not within Call of Duty, Miles. But Midnight versus Red Reserve here, roughly in the UK right now. It is Midnight for Red Reserve. Can they take it home? A big victory, of course. They started their Pro League so well with a big win over Reciprocity. Of course, yesterday, not the best, but they're looking to bounce back. Midnight, they're looking to keep their overall perfect record in the sense of series now, because they've dropped a 3 maps, but they're 2-0 in the CWL Pro League 2019. Lamagard and the boys, can they do it?
It's a very good chance they can do it. But again, in a weird turn of fate, the world is upside down, and Red Reserve are running the Search and Destroys in the series. 6-2 was the first one on Payload. Again, Payload so dominant, so very dominant for Red. Can they repeat themselves here on Hacienda? Nice capture of the fist bump, guys. That'll never happen again. That was incredible. Here we go. Straight into it. Scraps nose.
What was that? Someone clip that. Someone clip that. Scraps literally just gave the eyebrows like, I'm about to drop some bombs here in Search. He was, leave it up to me. I don't know what it means, but we're about to find out here. Hacienda Search and Destroy. It's been a very long series of what it seems, and the reason I think that is, we've watched Midnight and Control, and it's been like 12-minute maps. You know, that went to a full 5 rounds. The Search and Destroy, of course, was kind of quick, but the Hardpoints have been close. That Hardpoint just gone, though. Midnight started to take over and shut things down a little sooner than expected. But as we jump on board here, it's going to be with Scraps himself, as he's given us the eyes. The devil eyes here. What does he mean by it? Let's find out.
I love that we've gone the distance for this series. Again, this is so big for Midnight. It's so important for them to get this win. To take down Red. Take down everyone they've come across so far in the league. It's only day 3, but just this team, there are so many question marks on them. Was the PLQ a fluke? Can they hang with the very best? And this is a wonderful way to demonstrate that they truly can. Here we go. One player down. Oh my god, dodging bullets through the fence. Not a single one tagged him. Scraps down low. Bomb armed.
I think Envoy is going to be a crucial part of this if they can defend it. He's actually backed off and he's a little bit away, but it's all about maintaining and driving that time down here. And he's actually made the flank. He's found the first. He's, oh my goodness, didn't find the second. Back-to-back, purple and red. The kill feed lights up, and he's down to a 2v2 with 15 seconds. You need 7.5 for that defuse, but it's all up to this man. He's jiggling, he's wiggling, he's back and forth. Someone's defusing the bomb. Oh no, my goodness, it's Zero. He's run out of bullets. He's going to try. Oh no, I don't know what just happened, Brack. Just, okay, won the round.
Oh man, Brack.
What the hell was that?
You saw the panic, like he pulled all of his triggers and he was like, I gotta reload. He's so lucky that the one beatdown got the job done. Are we gonna get to see the play? Is this it here? Man, that was close.
I think he killed 3 that round alone. We talked about Search and Destroy. No, he's killed 4.
Brack's an animal. That was almost an ace.
My goodness, but it was this. It was the back, the left, the right.
Because he completely ran out of ammo after this kill. He runs forward. He missed! Oh man, he's so lucky that Zero had taken damage.
Exactly.
That would have been a defuse. Man.
No wonder he's smiling him to himself.
He doesn't know how close they just came to losing that round to what? To no bullets? Brilliant. Here we go, round 2.
This is taking stress on my body. Like, after all that, we're in round 2.
Whew. 175 away from streaks. Brack, you've certainly earned them. 4-0. And killing the diffuser. Jet Li's tagged. Oh, Joe just peeks around the corner. Flaming redhead. Kind of give Brack a bit of a jump there.
Brack survives, but 2 of his teammates do go down, and it might be close to streak for Red Reserve. If they just bounce back here with a hot round, take Brack down, it's all a level playing field at this point, and Zero with the player who's already found 2. Maybe a round of his own to shine. Oh, tagged up. will hit the deck, and oh, a slither of health. That's got to be 2 HP, but it's not going to be enough now. Still 3v4.
It's such a cheeky way to get a kill like that, but such good communication. Oh, Brack. No. Get out of there, man. Get out of there. Llama God and Pazillion still picking up kills on the outside. 3v3. Clock's ticking, though. Gotta make a play. Gotta make a play. Brack's in. Streaks are dead. Oh, wait a minute. Joe. Gets it. Done. There we go. A flurry of activity towards the end, towards the site. Desperately trying to make the play, but again, Red hold firm and get their job done.
Nicely done by Joe. And again, it kind of flashbacks of the previous round. This little archway where you can slip and slide around with an SMG like a Saw can be so influential. That's kind of Joe's territory, if you like, as he comes back here. And the streaks were shut down. Brack did not get the streaks here. Obviously, yes, working towards the crash boost and the TAC-5 boost. He may get that twice this game, who knows? But as we see a completely open split here. Midnight A, Red Reserve B.
Supply for Midnight obviously means they get extra points for every single kill, which is a big deal. Again, in Search and Destroy, where you get a lot of points anyway for kills. Come and get your medicine. Bance creeping around. Here comes the Red, trying to infiltrate that site again. Slowly but surely moving this one forward. Parzelli on the outskirts. That's going to be bad news for Zero. He just gets dropped barely with a fight. Parzellian with 2 back to back. Can he make it a third? Parzellian! Go for it, my son. Keep on going. Keep on trucking. 3 kills to his name. There's only 2 left. He can have the full ace. He does. He gets it. Parzellian only needs one more kill and he's taking care of the entire team. Is he going to get it? Nah, Brack's going to seal it. He's going to steal it away from them. What a round, then. What a round from Midnight.
ICR is disgusting there for Parzellian. And again, the second kill came from one shot of a Mozu. I hope it shows it here. I think, yeah, it shoots him through the wall. Watch this little slide here. I'm sure it's a Mozu. He was so weak. It only took 1. He put 6 in the body, though. And then he peeks out to get the 3rd. Don't think it's going to show that 4th, but there he is. Parzellian himself here, looking for another win in the Pro League. Midnight already looking strong. This has been the biggest test. Fact, period. Whatever you want to say here. It's been 3-0s all round, but not today. Midnight gone the distance. Game 5, round 4.
Whew. 4th round. Again, keep an eye on the specialists as they slowly start to trickle up. Brack, again, not as far forward as Joe is for his crash, for his TAC-5. With the bomb going down, you can see all those red arrows set up. Very, very widespread for Midnight. They have to time this well. It's all good and well covering all these angles, but unless they pinch at the same time, unless they make those kills count. Here we go. On the count of 3, we're going in. 1, 2, 3. Envoy! Brack shoots Envoy in the back just before sending him in like that. That's not good help. Parzellian's got a thermal out. Big shots. Nade comes through. Parzellian's not going to go down. 2v2 right now. Brack on the turn for Bance. It's now all down to Joe. Parzellian's got to get towards the bomb. He can't get it done. It's now 1v1, and Red, in all that action, in all that excitement, managed to get another one.
Tell you what, Parzellian, you could stick a jar of jam on the end of that ICR and he'd still get a kill with it. He's so accurate with it. It's mind-blowing here what he can tag up, but not enough to win the round here. And like you said, when he got tagged up there, he was trying to shoot a trophy system.
He was, I know.
And he slid right into him, and it helped Bance out. I'm sure he'll thank him after the series, potentially, for that one. Or watching it back. But again, back and forth, 2-2, 5-5. Oh, just give it me. Give me that round 11.
I feel like the nice thing for Midnight is they're so composed. You know, they've almost got nothing to lose as a new team coming into the league. They've got everything in the world to prove, but nothing to lose. Players like Red, they've got reputations. Big reputations, excuse me. Let's say repetitive reputations, if you will. Whereas these guys, hungry for more. 2-2 in the rounds. We saw an early kill from Parzellian go down, and now tying things up is Jet Li. Scraps goes down. Envoy's trying to get something in there, but not enough. Not enough to get the kills. Not enough to seal them out. 3v4.
Red Reserve just back down for a second. They have the numbers and looking to regroup if you like, and they'll do just that, but can he get away? And that's why you group up. Not only does he not find the kill, but he nearly gets taken out himself, that being Jet Li and Brack. Slither of health here. How players survive, I'm not sure, but it looks like the bomb potentially could go down, but the rotation's actually getting hit as well with 25 seconds left. Jet Li is in no man's land.
He's completely surrounded. That position he's in. Brack's coming right and towards the side. Jet Li, oh, thank goodness Bance managed to get the kill because that would have stunk. Can Brack do something now? Oh, streaks are going to help. Streaks are going to help. Those shots are going to do... They almost helped Bance, though. Closing it out. Got to be happy with that result.
I've not seen Bance like this for a while as well. Bance got a lot of criticism in Pro League qualifier for his performance. And I'll be honest, I feel rightly so. He just wasn't performing like we know he is. You know, he's a grand finalist of a world champion. And he wasn't performing at that level. But you saw his head go down, his communications weren't there, I don't feel. Every time you see him now after these search and destroy, he's almost the one that's kind of turning and going, let's go, boys, well done, boys. And it just seems like a different energy. This would be huge for Red Reserve here as we get back into the series, being pushed the distance. If you're in the UK or Europe and you're supporting the boys here, I know it's a little bit later, but it's nearly over. Can they come out with a W?
It's a heavy stack from Red. This is absolutely huge. They're all in on the A site. It's a broad spread from Midnight defensively, so if they get caught out here, this is going to suck. Envoy, though, he's going to drop. Now they're going to back things up. Red have completely dipped. One kill. It's a hit and run. Wait a minute, though. Yeah, big call. Look at that conga line. The train's turned right around. Here comes Red.
Due to that lightning strike, it was like, they know where you are. Okay, turn it around. We're going somewhere else. Brack's going to get caught out as well. Lucky to be alive there. So weak. My goodness, but the bomb's going to go down. Brack's called in the lightning strike. That's going to be all over it, and that's a beautiful play here. Oh my, what the? Okay. All right. Okay. The first one tagged. Okay. That's going to be around to midnight.
That's going to be around to midnight. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where was that second drop of the lightning strike?
Right.
What I would have loved to do, you know, when Paradox zooms out and just kind of sometimes sees that.
Okay. That's 4 EKIA with that one. Yeah. That's a Top Gun pilot right there. That was Maverick dropping those bombs.
First one went down. I was like, it's okay. They could lose one. And then just three. Boom. Out of there.
Perfect aiming, though. I think he literally put it, like, directly on top of that player, leaving the bomb.
Oh, my God. Get his best play. I love it. Yeah. He's the only other kill. My goodness.
What a round. I'm somewhat speechless.
Yeah,
you love
me
to
too.
see that. The only other time we've seen that, I think it was, who was it? I think it was Team Sween picked up a 5-man kill on 100 Thieves at Vegas with a lightning strike.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah, it was nuts. Either way, here we go. 7th round. Tied up 3-3. Here we go. Again, it's another sort of trade. All B for Red. The A site.
Paradox. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. He got it the second time. No one's going to die there, mate. That's fine, but it's okay. We see it from a Sky POV. But we saw Midnight actually disperse very well and get away and, you know, get inside. And that's what, you know, probably would have been better for Red Reserve, but the concussion does come through. Tackmask coming through. Bance again. First blood. Zero taken from behind. Envoy. Jet Li coming through as well. A 4v3 as Midnight looking to put themselves in pole position. With only 25 seconds, a challenge there from Jet Li, dropping down from above. Envoy's going to take him down, but it's all A-OK because it's a 3v2 now. Rated, though, levels it up. Next kill could be crucial.
Oh, that could sting. They may have survived the lightning strike, but they couldn't survive each other. Rated can't get it done. Brack goes down, and now it's all down to Bance. Bance versus Brack. It's done, and Dusted Midnight will clench up. Take care of that round.
Whew, I tell you what, a lot was invested there. Lightning strike. Red Reserve basically said, you know what, we'll go to B, we'll give them A, we'll use the lightning strike to retake. It didn't work. A bit of confusion. This was the team kill. Just clip the heals. Envoy, of course, and team had that TAC 5 boost. That was invested. Another wise investment as it comes off. It pays off as we get into the later round. This series has been so long. This map's been forever.
Here we go.
Love it.
Midnight. At 4, Red sitting there at 3. 8th round now. Again, look at the play from Midnight. They're all making their way through middle. The bomb's trickling towards B very, very slowly, very pensively. Number 10. That's going to be Rated sitting out in the water. He's watching that play. He's probably got himself an ICR with a thermal on there. Joe creeping through up top. Oh, man. Brack just floors him. But that's not, if that enough to give away the position now? You can see the way Midnight are playing this one. They may have got that kill, but they were anticipating an A push, and now they're going to have to wrap this one right back. But what are Red going to do?
This is going to be tough. We talked about Bracken in Search and Destroy, KD being 3. It's currently 7. No big deal. Pushing forward though, Envoy. Brilliantly done. He gets the 1 kill that he needs. That's all he needed there. The trade, and he's going to look and try and find another Jet Li. Can't do the same though. So he's now 3v3. Grab slam. Zero goes big. Bance does not get finished off as Zero and Rated combine and chain things up with 15 seconds. Llama God is just looking to not back down here, but he's going to have to. He can't get the defuse. And again, I want to talk about that kind of bait and switch-esque move here. He's trying to get himself killed, I think, just so the bomb doesn't blow up.
You know what? Again, it's that kind of like
heads-up play.
Heads-up play. He's going for the hits, though. He's going for the players who have got higher points. You know, if you can take somebody with you in that situation and prevent them from getting streaks this late into the round, this late into the match, that's big. That's a big, big win. You know, it's ambitious, it's ballsy, but if it pays off, if you stop a team getting streaks, getting drone scored or something like Zero picking up these kills, that's huge.
And sometimes you look back and you think, was my specialist, you know, eventful? Was it utilized? And stuff like that, the grab slam, even though it just picks up 1 and Search and Destroy, that's all you need sometimes. And Zero staying alive there. That is a round I feel like almost Midnight should have won. Brack 14-3.
What the hell, man?
I mean, I know 4 were with a lightning strike, but still pushing forward. And this is completely different. This is the first time Midnight have actually pushed towards B here. No streaks available.
Gotta get there quick, Rated. Brack's gonna get the bomb down with just about with his life. Now he's done. Zero gets him. They're tied up to 4-4. But see the position he got Rated in the office above, or Rated down low. Zero's in the office above. Number 6. Number 6. Uh-oh. Rated.
Oh, he gets him. Whoa. He misses that one. The Tempest does come through. It's going to shock him, but is he going to finish him? Rated actually might be still alive and kicking. Not for much longer, though. The Tempest still alive, still shocking, literally and physically here as Llama God does deny one more. And around to Midnight puts Red Reserve on the very edge of the cliff here. Balancing back and forth here, everything into this series. And Pazelian finish things off here onto Bance down by the water. Wow, what a round, Miles.
Brack's getting the kills, but Parzelian's getting the pristine quality plays, man. Like, they shut down and Rated's Annihilator. They managed to get that done with only investing the Tempest, and that just sealed the round. And now they're at match point. This is it. Midnight can do this. Midnight can get this done then and there. 85 points away from a lightning strike as well. I mean, depending on how this opening break goes, this could be the death knell for Red Reserve right now. And let's see how this one goes down.
Yeah, credit to Llama God with actually the Tempest. I want to point that out because Pazelian, I believe, has just invested the Annihilator. If we can drop on board with him, now it might be Pazelian's time to go big.
He's gone big enough. What more can we ask of him? And now he's got 5 shots left. 5 shots to make a difference. That's 1 with each of the members of Red Reserve's name on it. He's hunting them down. Not a sound is being made now. There is a mouse.
It's nearly over. You might have 5 shots, but in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, man, that's huge. Okay, back to the drawing board. Envoy's still got his War Machine, though.
Envoy's looking to let loose onto B with this War Machine. He has a very, very good angle on this. As soon as he sees people, it's getting loose. On the previous round, we saw Rated already with a flak jacket. I don't think this is going to tag.
Here we go.
If I'm being completely honest. He's got to find 2 with it. I tell you what, the double shot does come through and it's worth it. And that's going to weaken Bance. 3-4 down. Midnight looking to stay uncontested.
Jet Li's got his Grav Slam ready to go. Waiting for the players on the bomb. Joe's hiding down by the water. And there it is. A chance now to get the defuse. And again, the timing on this one. Joe's going to have to play this real smart. Rated's tanked up. Is the bomb going down? Red. The timing. Joe goes down. The bomb's getting defused. I cannot believe it. There we go. Midnight, the real deal. They push Red to the limit. They drop a map or 2 here and there, but boy howdy, they have yet to lose a series. The new kids on the block are showing everyone how it's done.
Wow, pushed to the limits, the biggest test, the control they lost, everything was going back and forth, and honestly, 2 Titans. And what a great series, honestly, to have for our 3rd of the 4th of the night, of course. Still another game to go, believe it or not, here the CWL Pro League. But what a series. Game 5, round 10 was that, I think. Ends 5-4. Joe tried to go for that sneaky play, but it was the War Machine again. The Annihilator didn't work, unfortunately for them. But the War Machine, I saw rated with Flak Jacket on the previous round. I thought it'd be all round, but it picks up 2. Maybe it was a direct impact, but it was Envoy, I believe, who picks that one up. Credit to Midnight, still undefeated, still 3-0 now. Top of the leaderboard.
A win's a win, let's be honest, you know. They managed to squeak it out in the end, but hey, they have yet to drop a series. Top of the leaderboard, a team that, you know, ran through the PLQ, and now they're running through the Pro League as well. So, Midnight, congratulations, go you, you're doing fine. And what a way to get it done as well. I mean, we had quite the series. That was an absolute banger. I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. We thank you very much for joining us. I mean, where do we go from now as Red? Red Reserve is still looking very strong. You know, there's obviously great potential there. And
yeah.
I just feel like there's still so many little pieces missing, you know, the composure and the hard points. It's a little tricky. I mean, either way, what more can we say? Why don't we jump down to the stage? Because it's enough from us. We got Envoy with a PlayStation instant reaction.
Thanks, Miles. How does it feel to be the best team in your division?
It's kind of crazy. We put in a lot of work, a lot of practice, a lot of like time just watching VODs and stuff, so it's rewarding right now.
When I came to chat with you guys before this series, you all seemed very level-headed, and I was asking about how you're undefeated, and it didn't seem like you guys let that go to your head. How do you keep from getting a big ego about that kind of thing?
We're just trying to take it one match at a time, just trying to get business done. So we're just kind of going one match at a time, just trying to keep the streak alive.
All right, well, you said also that this match versus Red Reserve was going to be the toughest match, so, you know, what do you think of all the matches coming up next?
I think this match prove a lot for us. It's going to help us for the next matches, see what we need to work on. So hope everyone's ready.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
And thus, Midnight ascends to 3-0 in Division A, with Red Reserve falling to 1-2 in such a close match. Your analyst desk is back. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless Pac-Man and Study.
That showed another level of composure out of Midnight. I feel like they are getting a little cocky, though. I don't know. It was just, you know, going to a 3-2, they haven't been pushed to that limit yet. They lost their first control, and it was Arsenal as well. And that was a pretty good game out of Red Reserve. I was glued to the screen the entire time. And just overall, they pulled it out at the end. It was all basically a specialist spree at the end of that S&D. But they were composed enough to pull it out.
That was a great series. By far the best series we've had in the league so far. Red has nothing to be ashamed of. Like, that was right down in the wire. Just a little bit better specialist usage out of Midnight at the end of that game. Decided that whole series. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the series from top to bottom was just incredible. It was an incredible display of talent on each side. And then we got to learn a little bit about Midnight, right? Like, they're able to clutch up and, you know, show that's nasty and be able to close out this map 1, right? And on that Hacienda, on that game 4, that was some of the best hardpoint I've watched thus far in Black Ops 4. The way they played that was absolutely incredible. And also, I know we talk a lot about, you know, Envoy, we talk a lot about Brack, everybody on this team, but I want to show some special love to Parzillion. I think that he really is locking down that AR position. He's playing flawless. His discipline really shows on the map. I mean, he plays slow, but he gets it done. And throughout the series, I mean, if you pay close attention to him at all, you notice that.
This team is so tough to beat, right? Like, they were down so much in this hardpoint. I want to say like 180 to 75 or something like that, and they were able to bring it back. Like, they're a tough team. I really like that about them more than anything else, that they're just able to bounce back at any given time. They're never out of it.
Well, and of course, it's Study. It's kind of like, we'll wait maybe till they play this team, or maybe till Midnight plays this team or this team, and they just keep going and keep winning. And at a point, you have to just be like, all right, pretty good.
Yeah, well, there's no way anyone is sleeping on Midnight at this point. As you heard Jess, she said that they're the best team in this division.
Yeah. Jess said
3-0.
Jess said they're the best team in the division. Scump said, what? 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 Jess,
you can't really say that.
They don't got proof.
Jess is mean mugging us so hard on camera right now. We love you, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, Scraps on this map, I mean, he played amazing. Like, throughout the series, he played pretty good up until that game 5. You know, where he started off, I think, 1-8. You know, not ideal, but it still goes the distance, right? So on the side of Red Reserve, there's things to highlight where it's like, okay, we look pretty good. You can't really take too much away from it. Like, Red Reserve doesn't look bad.
Look at this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Look at this control breakout. You see how Jelly like literally went right off the map, right off rip, grappled up to the side, and they split both points immediately to try to split Red's defense. It works out amazingly, and then right here afterwards, they just end up losing a couple gunfights. But the actual practice of their breakout was perfect. Like, it was a cool idea. I think more teams are going to start. I mean, they're definitely going to start stealing Midnight strats. Yeah, like, they have some cool strats for sure.
I mean, I think Red was a little bit, you know, they were kind of cocky by playing them on this map, playing Midnight on this map, but it does work out, right? Like, Red, you know, they had some stuff to watch. They knew kind of what to prepare for Midnight. And honestly, Midnight could have, you know, they could have walked away with the win on this map if Zero didn't have that little spree where he picked up all those streaks. He kind of, you know, said, I need to close this map out. Like, it's getting too scary. And, you know, he really stepped it up in this game to be able to close it out for Red Reserve.
This was a back and forth control for sure. Like, it came down to like the last second, a couple rounds. And then, like you said, Zero ended up closing out that round 4 really strong. And then that just propelled them at round 5. They ran over Midnight round 5.
And we can assume, I imagine, Pac, that Midnight, as they've said before, they've been doing research, they've been studying, they're putting in the extra time to learn about these teams, and it's clearly paying off.
In this match right here, I felt like Red Reserve knew a lot about what Midnight was going to do. They played so well. Yep. Both teams on this map did such a good job of waiting for each other. And like every single time, as soon as they would lose a couple on the pinch or on a push, most teams would just follow up and just lose that push entirely and go down 4 or 5 kills. Both teams were stopping, slowing down, waiting for those people that just died to come off spawn. They were waiting, but Red was doing such a good job of picking up pinches. Like, they were not giving up anything. That was just a really good map to watch.
Yeah, and then on this map, it was just like, it was such a dominant performance on the side of Midnight. Like, on every rotation, one of the players would just be tucked away in a corner. And, you know, Red Reserve was trying to play catch-up. So anytime they try to, you know, get early and try to get to the hill, there'd just be a player to deal with on the side of Midnight that just had that extra cushion of time to use. And it was a lot of pressure as well. Like, whenever they had control, Red Reserve tried to break on in, and there'd just be a player like Jet Li or Envoy, you know, in their face, picking up that first kill. And Red Reserve couldn't really get anything going. It's just a great performance by Midnight. Right after that Lambo Hill, they just dominated.
Yeah, they did. On rotations, like right after that Lambo Hill, on rotations on this map, they do such a good job of not over-challenging.
They just wait.
And then they wait and they play a lot of corners. Like, you actually have to search the map to find them. They don't just give you free gunfights for you to win. Like, you have to search together as a team on rotation. A lot of teams don't do that. They just end up dying and then they have to hold their cams or they spawn out and it breaks up their setup.
And that's what happens with teams like, you look at some of those star-studded rosters, like how are they not winning hardpoints? It's because they're so confident in themselves to win the gunfight that they sometimes don't camp and just play the easy kill. And that's something that Midnight is doing, which you wouldn't expect out of, a team of newcomers new to the pro level gameplay to be doing. And they do it really well. So
Study, is that something that you ever encountered in your time in pro play where you had to kind of just be patient, wait for the other team to kind of move where they're going to go and then come in? Or
no, that's 100%, especially and on rotation on this map. You want to make sure if your team's not set up completely off the rip, like you have your teammates around you that are just going to be pushing certain things. And then at that point, you want to all be waiting and collapse together. Just basically get a pinch going, spawn them out on the completely other side of the map. And that was what Midnight was doing flawlessly the entire map right here.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a well-rounded team as well. Like, even though they lost that Arsenal control, like they've looked great on it the last few days. I think teams are going to get more of an idea on how they like to play each game mode, and the matches will get closer and closer. But Red Reserve definitely came in here with a game plan. They just weren't able to close it out.
On this map, both of these teams
and this was map 5 right
on
now
map
that
5,
we're watching.
yes. On map 5, both teams were playing heavy stacks. Like, they weren't
every round.
They were not spreading apart like how you've seen a lot of teams do. Every round, they're like, all right, we're going A this round. Okay, we're all going A. We're all going B. And it was like a mind game between the two for sure. It ended up being a lot of like 5v5 retake situations at A. Both teams played them completely different. Red Reserve liked to wrap back to their side of A and play together, while Midnight spread the map and tried to pinch them both in. Both failed, but you got to see like two different styles of retakes from both teams.
One thing I like about what Midnight does is whenever there is like, they'll do like the kind of 5-man stack, and then when they rotate and try to regain that control of the map, they'll send like one player kind of on a solo mission to kind of bait and get information. And most of the time it's like Jet Li or Envoy, your more aggressive players, and they're really good at it. Sometimes it fails, but most of the time it keeps the other team on their toes, so you don't get overwhelmed in that sort of trade process that can go down. And Envoy was getting behind the other team and getting through those, under lobby area and through that top hallway and getting those flanks in and getting those first bloods, which was allowing them to retake and regain control.
Both these teams were so even on this map. The biggest difference was honestly just Brack. Brack got 2 crashes by round 7. He was like 13-2. He got a 4-piece lightning, and the game was still close. Like, he was going off. And that game was just so tight, and it just led to, like, just at this end, Midnight had more specialists to work with. That's what it came down to, really.
You think that was the final tipping of the scales?
That was definitely the final tipping scale. It crashed again, I'm pretty sure, right?
It crashed in round number 2 of this map.
It was 3. He had crashed in
round 3. Like, what? How do you even do that? He had like 5 kills in a plant. Like, that just allows you to just play A and just play your life.
But on Red Reserve's side, Study, so competitive, such a close series, but not quite there.
Yeah, going into that game 5, there was a couple rounds where they just decided to stack the B site. And every time that they decided to stack B, the other team just quick planted A. And once you do that, you have all the information. Brazilian was able to push up in 10 one time. Just gathering all this information on offense is like really, really big, especially knowing because they did the same setup twice, got hit with the same bomb plan at A, and then eventually Brack was able to develop streaks. He was able to develop 2 crashes. That's what the game changed.
That was the mind games that both teams were playing with the full stacks. They just didn't know that he had crashed again, so they had no fear in pushing A. Like, you got 200 health, baby, let's go.
You can just finesse that fence when you have crash. You have that extra health. It's so easy to just get out with your life. And to Jay's point about the streaks, that was like the best lightning strike since Vegas. You've seen, who is it, Dylan get the 5-piece lightning?
Like everyone.
Like, Brack got a 4-piece lightning strike, which was insane. It's only going to help you get closer to that crash once again. And that was nuts. Like, he just knew they were going to all be there. I know you were hyped about that.
Yeah, he pinged it. He ended up pushing up the A fence, realizing that they all were pushing the backside archway, and then backed up all the way. He had like 5-6 health left. Backed up in 10, stayed alive. Didn't even heal before he called in that hell because he knew he saw multiple people there. They were immediately going for the bomb plant, and it was no like actual saying or announcer that was going to let them know the lightning strike was coming in because he pinged it earlier. It was a beautiful play out of Brack.
Yeah, I mean, we blinked. They were there 1 minute, and then they were all gone.